Struggling to keep up with all the new social networks? In this video, I'll show you how to record one 5-minute video and repurpose it into more than 30 pieces of content for all your social channels. If you're excited about this video, please subscribe so that you can see more of my great content. I put out a new video every single Tuesday, and sometimes I release secret content other days of the week from my subscribers. To get notified, hit that bell. I've been an online marketer for over a decade, and until I started repurposing, I found keeping up with the social media a nightmare. Now I can create a year's worth of content in a single week, and I'm going to show you exactly how I manage large followings on multiple platforms. I'm so excited to talk about this topic because it's one of my absolute favorite subjects. This method works to turn any piece of content into dozens of new pieces of content for your different social channels. You can start with a blog post or an audio podcast and follow this exact same process, but the easiest way is to start with a video. So that's what I'm going to show you today. If you want to start with another form of content, just move the steps order around to match how you like to start. The tools and process will be exactly the same. Step 1. Create your initial piece of content. This should be a YouTube video that is at least 5 minutes long so you have enough content to chop down into smaller pieces. This content can come from an interview, a video podcast, one of your trainings, or a series of bullet points you cover in the video. Each year, I create 7 videos with 7 bullet points each. The videos are usually 20 to 30 minutes long, and I repurpose each bullet point into an entire week's worth of social media content. I record 7 of these videos, and 7 times 7 is 49 weeks of content completed and scheduled in less than a week. This is my content marketing strategy that allows me to have steady content scheduled for the next 12 months. Knowing that I have my baseline level content coming out removes a lot of the stress for me, and I can then add content about new podcast episodes, YouTube videos, and promotions to my content schedule easily. It's better to make your initial piece of content longer than shorter, as it's easier to trim it down later. Once you've recorded your video or batch of videos, you're ready to move on. Step 2, transcribe your video or audio. This is the step where people get hung up, but not any longer. Now there are so many affordable tools that will help you repurpose your video content. At this point, a lot of videos will tell you to use rev.com, and while it's a great service, it's really expensive. They charge $1.25 a minute, and I know that is too steep for a lot of beginners. The workhorse that I currently use for transcription is called Descript. I'll put a link in the comments below to this amazing tool. The price is constantly changing, but right now they have a free trial that comes with a whopping 3 hours of transcription. That would cost you $225 with Rev. You can repurpose an entire year's worth of content with a free trial, so I think that's an amazing value. I've been using Descript for over 3 years to convert all of my dictation into books for myself and my clients. And let me show you exactly how I do it. Welcome to the Descript dashboard. Everything in Descript is managed through their desktop app. I'm going to start by opening one of my projects, which they now call workspaces. The first step is to drag one of my videos from an earlier YouTube video so you can see it from scratch. After dragging in the video, I want to click on the quote symbol. A box pops up letting me know that my transcript will soon be ready. I want to check the box Create Composition so that I get a new text document with my transcription in it. Then I click OK. This is a very short video file, so the transcription should be quite quick. We can watch the progress bar as it uploads and transcribes this 5-minute video. It should take just a few minutes to have my transcript ready. Now that my transcription is complete, we can start working through it. Descript has a lot of extra features beyond transcription, and the software is now mainly designed for editing video using text, but for our purposes, we don't need to use those extra tools. Under Edit, click on Toggle Correct Text, which switches from editing video to editing the transcript mode. Now we can actually edit the text. We play the audio so that we can start comparing it to the automated transcription that Descript generated for us. I know you can't hear the text, but I can, and the transcription is quite accurate. I want to remove where I say and where I say we. Overall, there are not a lot of mistakes here. The most important thing to look out for are proper nouns such as the URL of a website. This link should say 123rf.com. It's where I purchase all of my stock photos. It's really that easy to edit in Descript. You are spoiled for format choices. You can create audiograms or full video files. I'm only interested in the text file, so I'm going to choose a text file. There are a lot of other amazing options, but I want to keep it simple for today. I want my file in Microsoft Word format. I don't want any timecodes, as I'm not making subtitles. I'm creating a pure text file. When I'm done with my options, I click on Export and name my file. The file saves to my Documents folder, and now my transcription is ready to be used for all my quote card and blog post needs. Step 3, before we can talk about how to repurpose content for social media, we must first decide where we want to post it. In this step, you need to choose your social media channels. It's impossible for me to future-proof this video. I know that a new network will become popular tomorrow, or one of the ones I name in this video will disappear. That's why I want you to focus on the concept rather than the actual networks that I'm about to list. Each social network has its own set of rules, and these change all the time. Originally, I was only allowed to post 15-second videos to TikTok, and recently I saw an alert saying that I can now post videos up to 10 minutes long. You need to start by choosing which social networks you want to post content to. You don't need to pick all of them. Start with the ones your audience uses the most and focus on them. You could post content to the Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and LinkedIn. If you are feeling particularly brave, you can try all of them at once. The process can handle that. Once you've selected your social channels, it's time to move on. Step 4, create your templates. We want to post the same content to multiple social networks, but each of them has their own rules. They all allow different video lengths, file sizes, and image dimensions. These seem to change annually, so take a moment to look up the optimal sizes for the social networks that you selected back in step 2. It's critical that you create a consistent aesthetic for your content. People should recognize your content no matter where they see it. That's why I spent more than a month developing my brand style guide with my social media team before doing anything else this year. In the past, we were posting different styles each time the social media manager changed, and it was hurting our brand. You can avoid that mistake by watching my brand style guide video. I'll walk you through exactly how we created ours and what I wish I'd known when we started. Let me give you a little walkthrough of our current style guide. This is the current Serve No Master style guide, and this is a PDF export of our living style guide. So it's just a moment frozen in time. Our living style guide is stored in our project manager ClickUp. This is much easier for me to show you. Style guide is a living document. We are constantly tweaking it and making changes as we move closer and closer to perfection. Whenever I bring in someone to work on my social media team, they have a master template to follow. There's no confusion about what colors or fonts to use. You can see that we have 2 core fonts that we use and our different logos. You can see the different logos for my different brands, from coaching to the academy. Some of these need to be updated as the logos have changed since I exported this PDF. We have 2 versions of each logo, a circle and a rectangle. We also have different color variations available. The main Serve No Master logo is a little bit flashier and comes in either white or purple for dark and light backgrounds. And you can see my Leeds Faucet logo here. This is my flagship program, and you can get a sense of my style here. This one really pops. I want you to see that my style guide isn't perfect. It's a work in progress, and it's okay for yours to not be perfect too. It's better to have something imperfect than nothing at all. Since the creation of this document, all of our content has improved. We have our do's and don'ts, such as using the right version of the logo to avoid artifacting and pixelation. Here are the company fonts. Our main font is called Bada Boom BB from Blambot. They design tons of beautiful comic book style fonts. You can create a different font for each headline size if you want. We also use the Ravager and Invulnerable fonts. Right away, anyone new to the team knows what fonts they need to load on their computer. For everywhere we push content, we have colors already selected. You know what colors to use in the membership site and our social media channels. You'll see these colors a lot if you visit my other channels. We use a different color background for each series of videos on Instagram. When the colors change, you know a new series is beginning. Every decision is recorded in the style guide. We keep links to all of our channels in the style guide, and anytime we add a new channel, it gets updated right there. We need to add more channels right now, as we are doing a lot more on Pinterest and LinkedIn now. I'll make sure they get added right after I finish this recording. We are creating new YouTube channels, and I'll add those as well. The sooner you start on your own style guide, the sooner yours will be even better than mine. My style includes drawings of me and when to use or not use them. These custom comic book drawings are a big part of the Serve No Master look. We use them a lot, but not as a replacement for the logo. It's important that our content be consistent and also create a positive mood. I create a different cartoon for each new promotion. If I'm promoting a product with a space name like Profit Singularity, I'll use a drawing of Astronaut Jonathan. We stockpile drawings every time I have a new idea, just in case we need it. Here's a drawing of Tribal Jonathan that I use when I promote a course called Tribe. We also have style and posting guides specific to each social media channel. We have an Instagram guide and a Facebook guide with content specific to those platforms. Once your style baseline is established with your style guide, it's time to make some templates, just like the ones I use on Instagram. You want a template to go around your video memes, and this helps you to stand out. When designing my own templates, I went to repurposehouse.com/examples. These guys are really expensive, but they are also very good at what they do. If you can't afford them, they're still worth modeling and using for inspiration. You can see that there are some really known people that use this company, such as Dean Grazios and my friend Jordan Harbinger. You don't need a new frame for each video. You really just need one template that you can use over and over and over again. The frame goes around the outside of your video, and once you have a great template, you'll edit it for each new video to change the link or the headline. Just find an idea that you like from this page to make your template. Here's one of Jordan. The headline says, "More human trainer than dog trainer." Each time Jordan publishes a new video, he changes the headline, the guest name, and the episode number in the URL. The logo, well, that never changes. Whatever channel you're posting to, Repurpose House has some really great templates for you to model. They have rectangles, squares, and even vertical videos. There are also great examples of audiograms and text content. Find a quote card you like and model that as you create your design stack. You can design all of your content in Canva, which just about everyone on social media uses. They have tons of templates for you to choose from. Some of these are similar to what we saw at Repurpose House. Some of these are paid templates. I don't use Canva because I'm a big Affinity photo user, but as you can see, Canva gives you a lot to work from. If you're not great at graphics, you can hire someone on Fiverr to make your initial templates. Just search for social media or video frames. Here's a really great vendor. They'll create an entire batch of social media content that you can reuse over and over and over again. Make sure that you get all of the files in an editable format such as PSD. That's the Photoshop format, and my program Affinity Photo can open those. It's my go-to editing software, and it's much more affordable than Photoshop these days. This designer is pretty great. You can upgrade to get 10, 20, or 30 posts, but the real value is in the editable files. Otherwise, you have to hire them every single week. If you get the editable files, you pay the designer once, and then you can do the rest yourself. There's also a great tool called Headliner that lets you do a lot of video editing, do audiograms automatically. So they do some really cool things in here. We have done some of our videos here in the past. So I just wanted to show you this as well as another option. So these are really the best tools for doing it. And then once you have your frame, you're just going to use it over and over again and just change a little bit of the text and the link on it. No matter which tool or process you use to create your initial designs, it's critical that you have an editable format. You want to reuse these templates over and over again, so keep that in mind as you create these initial templates. I went through quite a bit of tweaking once we started posting to my social channels to get the templates looking different enough that people knew it was original content, but similar enough that they could tell it was my content. Which social networks are you going to focus on for your content? Please let me know in the comments so I can adjust my next videos. Step 5, create your new content. We have our starting point, the video recorded in step 1, and we have our destination, the social networks that you selected in step 3. Now we want to repurpose our content. Take your transcription and use it to create written content. You create newsletters, blog posts, Instagram captions, Facebook posts, and quote cards. You will then take clips from your longer video and insert them into your different templates to create your video content. I usually post 3 video clips per week to my Instagram, and they are all clearly part of the same series, as the meme background color stays the same for that week. Let me show you what that looks like. This is the Serve No Master Instagram. As you can see, we hadn't put a lot of time into it until this year. We've just begun repurposing content for this channel, and it's now slowly building. I want you to see the consistency of design. Because the aesthetic is so well organized, I can tell there are posts missing right away. Sometimes there are glitches with our scheduling software, and we probably need to refresh the connection to Instagram. When I scroll back to last week, everything looks amazing. Because we have a style guide, which is basically the Bible of our social media, it lets me know exactly what to expect from any of our channels. Looking at these quote cards, I'm thinking that I might want to add in some more color variations. You can tell that a group of videos are from the same series because they have the same yellow background. We use a different header for each video so that people can tell it's a unique video. I'm wearing the same shirt since these short videos were repurposed from a single video, and we want to avoid confusion. People might not watch a video if they think it's one they've already seen before. The header provides the differentiation while the footer is consistent across our content. All the quotes posted to my channel come from my videos. They are all repurposed. I'm not posting quotes from historical figures. You can see we rotate colors each week. We have a green week, a red week. All of our colors come from our style guide. I'm really pleased with this aesthetic. There's still a lot more to do, but I'm very pleased with how this looks here. We can see that there were inconsistencies in my previous social media managers, and a lot of these posts don't make sense next to each other. That's why we built a style guide with my new social media manager. Some of these match my aesthetic, but quite a few don't. In the past, we had some issues with straying from the style of my content, and that's why you need a style guide. Without an instruction manual, people will get creative. It's really important that people know they are looking at my content, no matter which social media channel they find me on. Everything from my blog to my social media channels all has this comic book feel to it, and you should be able to get a sense of who I am and my personality wherever you encounter my content. Step 6, once your content is ready, you want to schedule it as far in advance as possible. I schedule my baseline content an entire year in advance in order to have some breathing room. I know that if I get sick or have an emergency, the content will keep rolling while I recover. A great tool to help you schedule everything way in advance is Social Pilot, and let me just show you how it works. Social Pilot is an excellent tool for scheduling your social media content in advance. You can see that it will handle posting to all of your social channels such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google My Business, and even TikTok. Now, you always want to check how your scheduling tools connect with a social media platform. I know that TikTok doesn't actually let you schedule content in advance unless you have a business account, and that's only through the web login and not a third-party app. What Social Pilot actually does is send an alert to your phone when it's time to post to TikTok. You have to then manually upload your post. I don't find that very useful, so I don't use this for TikTok right now. I have another schedule that wanted to do that for Instagram, and it was honestly driving me crazy. Once I fixed my Instagram settings and connected it to my Facebook business page, I was able to move to automated posting, which is the entire point of an app like Social Pilot. At first, Social Pilot seems expensive, $50 a month for 25 profiles. I don't need that many. If you click on pricing, you can see that they have a 10 profile plan that's only $30 a month, and that's much more reasonable. You can even give them a 2-week test drive as they have a 14-week free trial. I'm going to sign up for a trial right now so you can see exactly what it's like to open a new account. I have 2 weeks to shoot demo videos for you before I have to pay for another account. The first step is to connect your social media accounts. Since mine are already connected, I don't want to do it again. You add each of your accounts here, then you just create a post here, then you can add it to your calendar. You can even have someone on your team create all the posts and save them as drafts until you approve them for release. You can also check your analytics and see how your content is performing. For me, the scheduling is by far the most important feature, as there is no way I could be consistent with all of my social media channels otherwise. The future and allows you to stay ahead with your content creation. Bonus tip, use a repurposing service. You might have gotten this far in the video and be thinking, this sale sounds a little bit too hard, or you just don't have the time. I get it. I'd like to show you the free method first, but if you have a little budget, then you can use the team at Repurpose. The link is right in the description below. Want to learn even more methods for driving traffic into your business? I'll show you exactly how with my free guide, The Traffic Bomb, which you can grab right now at johnslinks.com/bomb. If you're excited to get content on all of your social channels without the stress, leave me a comment below and let me know which tip you found the most useful. And as always, I do love if you share it too. My name is Jonathan Green from ServeNoMaster.com, and I'll see you in the next video.